How's the coach? Is he going to be right for the weekend?
Oh, look, he's just catching up with the doctor now. Just said he was feeling a little bit lightheaded, so we expect him to coach this week. So, yeah, a little bit of a shock, stand-in coach. So, it's interesting.
You're not preparing for take over the reins or anything like that?
Wouldn't have thought so. We'll leave that to the other coaches. As a group, we'll just collectively look after today, and Goody will be fine.
Yeah. I guess as a senior coach, he's spent so much time looking about everyone else. I mean, it's sort of a reminder that, someone sort of almost needs to be looking out for him sometimes,
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's very good at managing himself. As I said, he felt a little bit lightheaded. There's nothing to it as far as we know, so he'll be fine to coach this week. And as I said, we'll just take over the reins today, and he'll just do what he has to do.
I guess one of the general football things we wanted to ask, for you as well, that you've had it sort of 3 solid weeks, I guess 3-4 solid weeks. The loss to West Coast was certainly not disastrous like the prelim, but it sort of puts a brake on things. The need just to keep that momentum going from where you've been for the last month.
Yeah, definitely. I think the last 3 weeks we've started to see our game come back in some really good shape. Obviously, the weekend was disappointing, sort of a feeling that we were right in the game until that last 5 minutes. Obviously, against a good team like West Coast, who've got some senior players and some hardened bodies, they just overran us towards the end. But the areas of the game that we felt that we really needed to fix up, we've started to see some improvements in that. And what another great challenge we've got this week. We have to be good in those areas against a team who's in some really red-hot form.
Yeah.
Was there Sorry, you go, Rog.
An aside that if they get on top of you early, especially up there, it's, it can get real ugly real quickly.
Yeah, well, it's down here.
Oh, sorry,
it's down here, but look...
again, same deal.
Yeah, exactly the same thing. They once they get some momentum, they're a very hard team to stop. They've got quality players right across the park, and we've seen that even though they've lost players over the last couple of years, their younger guys coming through in the likes of Taranto and Hopper have started to mature and turn into great players as well. So, yeah, we understand how good GWS are, but we're also looking at our own game and how we can continue to grow in areas.
It seemed like the ball movement was the big difference over in Perth. Was there a specific change to get the ball moving quickly? And it seemed like for the first time this season it was back to what it was last year.
Not so much. We haven't changed too much. It was more just getting our game back up and going off the back of the contest and defence, and what we're able to create with some real great offensive opportunities. Yeah, our connection was still lacking a little bit, but we see that's improving on a week-to-week basis, and we're giving ourselves opportunities now to score, and that's what we've been after.
It seems like, I was just going to say, it seems like the guys were a bit freer though last week, playing with a bit more freedom and a bit more playing on instinct more. Did you feel that?
Oh, look, you could say that. Obviously, a little bit of injection of youth creates that as well. So we had some younger guys come in and play some good roles for us, and that probably helped. But what we're seeing is since the last 3 weeks, we've seen a team that's really working hard on their game and training at an elite level now, that we know that if we continue those sessions and those things in a game, then we'll start to get some reward. It's not far away.
Was there more than just finishing, I guess, that you would have been disappointed with? I mean, it seemed like you had those other areas that perhaps have been concerned for you, but this time you were let down by your finishing.
Yeah, look, obviously it was because the scoreboard was so close, but what we are getting is opportunities, and we're working hard at that at training, and the goal kicking will come as well. We've been putting a lot of time into it, individuals, collectives, so we know that reward's not too far away. But that's not the only part of our game that we wanted to work on. As I said, our contest and defence has started to turn as well. So we feel like we're starting to build, and the last 3 weeks we think we've been able to show that with a couple of close games, but also a good performance against the reigning premiers.
We touched on with Goody about the injury relief that's coming. Has it just been about sort of grinding it out and hanging in your season as much as you can until that relief comes?
Oh, what it's probably showed us is that we've got some capable guys on our list. We've probably played guys who potentially may not have got an opportunity if those guys were fit, and we've been able to see the likes of Marty Hoare, Harrison Petty, Oscar Baker come in. Jay Lockhart's had an opportunity. That these guys are capable at the elite level. So we've been able to find some players in there, and we get some guys coming back from injury, but it's going to start getting competitive for spots, which is a great thing.
Has the constant travel affected the performance of the players?
No, I don't think so. It's just a part of the game. Every club's got to travel at some stage of the year. Interstate teams do it every fortnight. So certainly not. I think our high performance staff prepare our guys as well as they possibly can, knowing that we're going to be faced with 6-day, 7-day or 8-day turnarounds, and travel's going to be a part of it too.
And just with GWS, I mean, they obviously struggled on the G. What is it about the G? Maybe it's a bit wider that can be a weakness for them that you can exploit.
I'm not too sure. That's something we'll look at as coaches today. We'll have a look at the opposition this afternoon. But if there's anything in it, hopefully we find it, because we know that they're a quality outfit and probably one of the premiership contenders this year. So as I said earlier, it's going to be a great challenge for us, and our boys are looking forward to it. They're playing up against great opposition, and we're back on our home deck. So we'll see how we go.
Beautiful. Thank you. Cheers.
No worries.
Thanks,
Thank
Troy.
you.
Appreciate it.